Now, who doesn't love a good casserole? How about a loaded potato casserole? Come on, y'all. Let's get it going. So we're going to be using 5 russet potatoes, about the size of your hand here, say medium size. And we're going to slice it between 7 to 8 slices per potato. Alright, so we're going to take each potato slice. We're going to cut it down the middle, and then we're going to chop it into very small cubes here. About another 6 slices across. And this is about the size we're going for right here. That is perfect. So after we chop all 5 potatoes, we're going to put it in a colander here. And we're going to add a total of 2 tablespoons of garlic salt. 1 teaspoon of seasoning salt. Going in with 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Yes, sugar. It's not going to make it sweet, I promise. And we're going to mix that all in together. It's just going to balance out those flavors. Just keep mixing it to get it all nice and even. And with all that mixing, I forgot about my pepper. We're going in with a 1/2 tablespoon of pepper. And when you add the pepper, it might look like you have a little too much. Trust me, it is not too much pepper. This is not going to be too spicy or peppery at all. This is not a spicy dish. Just mix and let all those ingredients come together. Okay, so I got a pot here. Gonna put a little water in that pot, keeping those potatoes in that colander because we're getting ready to steam. And we're steaming these potatoes because they're gonna help keep the potatoes much richer and much more flavorful. You can boil them if you like, but my recipe calls for steaming to make sure that the amount of seasoning I put on there is perfect. It's a perfect ratio per potato and will not get lost in that water. We don't want watery potatoes. Okay, so I have about 8 cooked pieces of bacon here. And you can cook them however you like. I just fried mine to make them get done real quick here. We're going to chop them up nice and fine. Now, y'all, what kind of brand do you all like to use? I was going for a name brand like Williams or whatnot, but I did not realize just how expensive bacon is now because I don't use a lot of bacon for my recipes, so I don't buy it all the time. But this bacon was so expensive. I was like, wow, is it expensive where you all are? Or maybe it's just here in Memphis, I don't know. Okay, so we're just going to get it nice and chopped. You can chop it very fine or you can leave it a little bit coarser. It's completely up to you, but this is the consistency that I'm going for. So the potatoes have been cooking for roughly about 10 minutes. We're going for a total of about 25 minutes. They're not quite done, but as you can see, they're cooking down real good. Just let them continue to steam. Okay, they've been steaming for about 25 minutes, and I'm just taking that knife and I'm checking for tenderness. They're just about ready. You can eat these straight out the pot, y'all. Well, straight out the colander, rather. Okay, so we're going to put all potatoes in a nice size mixing bowl here. And as you can see by us not boiling the potatoes, how rich the potatoes are. They don't have any water in them at all. You didn't have to drain, and they're perfectly seasoned. Ooh, and they smell so good. I wish y'all had smell-o-vision. Okay, so we're just going to turn a little bit, like stir them just a little bit. We're not making mashed potatoes, but they are going to cream together real good as we put each ingredient in these potatoes. This is going to remain a chunky dish. Creamy but chunky. Okay, so we're going in with a little bit over half the amount of bacon. We're going to put that all in there. Just make sure you leave some to top it off. All right, coming together good. So next we are going in with evaporated milk or pet milk. And you are going to be using the entire can here. And I will have the size of this can in the description. And we're using evaporated milk because evaporated milk is just a little bit richer than just regular milk. So we like to use evaporated milk because it just makes it taste that much better, y'all. So I just poured the rest of that evaporated milk in here, and as you can see, it's creaming together nicely. So now we're going in with an 8-ounce container of sour cream, and we will be using the entire container, the entire 8 ounces. This recipe comes together so fast, y'all. Very easy, but so flavorful. It tastes like it took you all day. So mix all that sour cream in, and any ingredient that you don't want to use, hey, leave it out. It's completely up to you, but I'm telling you, this recipe is delicious. And as you can see, with each ingredient, it's getting even creamier, but you can still see those chunks. That's exactly how you want it to look. So we're adding in our chives. A lot of people don't like chives, so feel free to leave it out, but I gotta have some chives in mine. This is loaded baked potato, right? So now we're going in with 2 8-ounce cups of shredded cheese, Monterey Jack and cheddar. Okay, now we're going to get that all nice and blended. Okay, so now we're going to pour it in the pan here. And we're going to grease our pan. I'm just spraying a little bit of pan spray, but feel free to just put a little bit of butter in it, just as long as the pan is greased. And this pan is a 9 by 13 inch pan. Okay, so these potatoes have the perfect consistency. Make sure you get all of the potatoes in this pan. And as you can see here, it's so nice and creamy, but chunky at the same time. And that's one reason why I do not like to mash them. I like to just steam little small potato chunks, because it just gives the perfect consistency when you mix all the ingredients together. Okay, so we're just adding some more of that shredded cheese to the top. As much as you like, or as little as you like. So now we're taking the rest of the bacon and we're topping it off. Pretty easy, right? Perfect. And now we're going to bake it on 350 degrees. This is going to bake for roughly about 15 to 20 minutes at the most. So mine is finished baking, and I'm just putting some fresh chives on top. And I baked mine uncovered so it can get a nice crispy top. If you don't want yours to have a crispy top like mine, and you just want your cheese to melt, cover it up with a little bit of foil. But I like to have mine a nice golden brown, so I do not cover it while it bakes. But that's, again, that's personal preference. It's up to you. Okay, and that is the finished product. That is beautiful. What do y'all think? All right, now I got to give myself a little serving here. Let's cut into this a little bit. Let me spoon me out a little serving here. Oh man, Look how rich that is. Mm-mm-mm. And I know you can tell how good that is just by looking at that, y'all. So rich, so delicious. But of course, I gotta take a little bite here. See how I cut into it. Oh man, so good. Okay, I gotta do a little dance there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.